So, we're here because everyone wanted to see my tie-dye how-to video. And I noticed there's not a lot of how-to tie-dye videos on YouTube, so this is going to be the best one because we're going to show you step-by-step everything, from making it to washing it out, which I'll be doing by myself. But here I have two partners, Brandon and Bradley, which some of you may recognize, some of you may not. First, I'm going to show you how to do the tie-dye, and then they're going to be doing one, and I will help that out. So this is going to be a long video, but it's going to be worth it if you want to have some sweet red tie-dye. So first step in tie-dyeing is having your tie-dye shirt on. If you don't have a tie-dye shirt, then wear something that you wouldn't mind getting stuff on, but because your first time you might splash. But, whatever. Anyways, okay, so we're going to show you what we have, what you're going to need to start with. The first most important thing is your tie-dye kit. You can get a ton of different kits. The only reason why I would say get a kit is because the dye comes in the bottles, you just fill it with water, and it's so much easier than having to deal with dye packets. You can get the kits anywhere at any craft store, Walmart, wherever you want to go. So make sure you get a kit that has soda ash in it, because then you have to buy the soda ash and you need it. Anyway, the colors I have on now are the bright colors. If you want bright colors like this, you want to get fuchsia, yellow, and turquoise. If you get red, blue, and yellow, it will come out too dark and you probably won't like it. So if you like the bright colors, get fuchsia, yellow, and turquoise. Okay, moving on. You're going to need a bucket of water, a fork, rubber bands, gloves are important, saran wrap, and paper towels. The reason why gloves are important is because no matter how much you say, I don't care if I get dye on my hands, it won't come off for weeks unless you, well, days, not weeks, but I got it on my hand one time and had file on my hand because it wouldn't come out off any other way. There's no soap, there's nothing out there that can get dye off your hands. So, okay. First step is take your packet of soda ash and read the directions. You usually get 4 quarts of water and put it in a bucket and then dump the soda ash in and mix it together. Put your t-shirts in the soda ash. Soak them for about, a lot of times it says like 20 minutes. I just get them wet. And it's all it needs is to get it wet, because if you don't do this step, your dye won't bond to your shirt well. So, okay. Then after, I'm going to move all my stuff, is get your workspace ready. So you take your saran wrap. How the heck do you do this? Oh, there we go. Okay. You're going to need at least 2 pieces of saran wrap to do. Oh, actually you're going to need like a grocery bag too if you want to go in a bag. Because after you're going to want to put your trash in a bag because you don't want it to leak all over. Okay, so this is your workspace. And the wind's blowing just a scotch. So then you want that, but then you want to get another piece of saran wrap ready for when you're done with your tie-dye. So you're going to set that off to the side. Yep. Now, when you're swirling the shirt, I like to use like a surface that's like easy to swirl on, like a tabletop, because it's really hard when you do it on top of the plastic because it gets the plastic messed up. So go on top of the table, or I'm just going to use this box. So get your shirt out. I wouldn't touch the soda ash. I'm going to right now. Put your gloves on. I'm not putting my gloves on yet. But because the soda ash gets your hands sticky, actually I'm going to put my gloves on because and just get gloves. Okay. Then you're going to wring out your shirt, and I just got yellow all over it. That's fine because sometimes that happens. Your face is what I do this. Okay. So then you got your shirt. It's all wring out. I put it the front facing down. And then you're going to pick out where you want your swirl to start. Like my swirl starts on my left boob. But you can get it to start down by the bottom. Wherever you want it to start, you just lay your shirt down and put the fork where you want the swirl to start. Today it's going to start down slower. I'll go here. Okay. Then you just spin like this. Spin it around, and then just kind of push it towards the center. Then push down and pull the fork out. Alright, then you take your rubber bands, and you put them on there. I put like 4 on. Make it like a pizza pie. You want to have more. Okay. My posture is always bad when I'm doing these. Alright, so now it's going to look something like this. Just a little round thing. So then flip it over to the front side because that's, you did it face down. Now, get your die opened. You die. This is the best part. Mixing the colors up and having fun. So, I always choose blue first. I don't know why, because it's my favorite. And just dye each section like so. Kind of like you're doing it section by section, but I like to do bigger sections. I always use a lot of blue first because I do a lot of purple and a lot of yellow, or a lot of green. So, and blue goes with green. Or, yeah. Alright. Color wheel they have again. Yeah. If you don't know how to mix colors, maybe you should go on the internet and figure out what colors make what colors. But you're smart when it comes to that sort of thing. You won't need it. Just make it a little bit more personality. Alright. Then I'm going to go from yellow. This is probably going to be sped up. You can do this any way you want. You don't have to do one color. You can do green here, blue over here. I'd like to do it. Now the tricky part. You must flip it over and do the same thing on the other side. Most of the time the color seeps through a little bit, so it's easy to tell, but honestly, it doesn't really matter. You just kind of guess. Or you can flip it back over and just peek and see what you need to do. And yes, it's going to leak through, but that's fine. Now, after you're done putting the color in, it's going to be leaking onto your place. But that's why you have the strainer down. You take it over to your other piece of saran wrap that you had already made, or already put up. You don't have to put it on. And then take a napkin and wipe my hands off. And you're probably going to need a couple pieces of saran wrap because you're going to fold it up into the saran wrap. You want it good and tight because you don't want it to be leaking everywhere. And then after you have it put in your saran wrap, I'm going to take the bottles. You want to clean up your work surface. Just fold the saran wrap up and then put it into the bag that you got. I'll put it over here for now. And then you just do that every time. So, now what you do with your, saran wrap thing, you're going to put it in a cool, damp surface, or damp area, because you don't want to put it in a dry area because you kind of want it to stay damp. But if it's covered in saran wrap, it's going to stay pretty damp. So I put it in my basement. Just set it flat in your basement for, it depends on the directions, but if it says, a lot of directions say 8 hours, I leave it in for a minimum of like 10 to 15 hours because it gets the most color. So I would say wash it out in about 10 hours if you want it really bright. And then we'll show you later how to rinse it out. Then put it away. Alright, so now that's how you do the swirl, but we can show you how to do other things too. But we're going to bring Brandon and Bradley in and they're going to do theirs. So here we go. Okay, so when you want to do that design, you're going to, wait, what design did you want to do again, Bradley? The one with two things?
Yeah, the one with two.
Okay. You're going to pick where you want the two swirly, whatever colors to start. So where do you want two of them? It doesn't matter, wherever you want. One there, one there. Okay, so you pinch it like this, and like your first one, you're going to rubber band. And that'll be one color. And then, yep, we got one more band there, and another one.
We have a band too.
And that will be
Yeah, we have
two colors. Oh, wait, close. Okay.
I'll trace again.
Is you're gonna, well, it doesn't matter. You're gonna dye this tip, and then this tip, and then this, and this, and the whole thing one color. Well, you can do it the same, but this whole thing has to be one color. And then,
Like the same color here and there, and then the same color there.
it doesn't matter. Okay. So then what did you want to do, Marilyn? This one? See, for the bullseye, it's the same thing. What you're going to do is you're going to pinch it wherever you want in the middle, and then pull it up like this, and then just put rubber bands down. One here, one here, one here, one here, whatever.
Oh my God. Visualize the third dimension and pay close attention. Keep your fist clenching as I begin my ascension. Feel the tension of this name you're not to mention. If you do, you're bound to be sitting in detention. In the school of hard knocks, I block shots and take props. I'm like New York City at 12 o'clock when the apple drops. At 12 o'clock when the apple drops. Now just hold your head and say, hold your head and say, grab a hold of your dread and say, oh my God, oh my God. Hold your head and say, hold your head and say, grab a hold of your dread and say,
So when you're down to your last bit of color and you don't have a lot left, but you want to do some more t-shirts, what you can do is, oh, careful Bradley. You can add, that's good, you can add more water to your colors. Doing that is going to dilute it, and yes, the colors will be lighter, but it will be a prettier, like a pink color, more of a pink, more of a light blue, more of a light yellow, because obviously you're diluting the colors, but still it looks really cool, because I've done a lot with diluted colors, and it still looks really good. You just have to use a little more color. So, all you do, screw the top back on and then tie-dye some more. It's like a never-ending supply of tie-dye. But I don't only dilute it once. Don't dilute it more than once because then it will be too diluted and the color won't stick. Just have fun. Just mix colors, try something new. I mean, it all comes out looking great. So if you have any more questions, you can email me and I will help you out. If you want another video, I will do another video for you if you need more help. But other than that, just have fun. If you have questions, like I said, ask and I will help you out. So you'll see in a couple seconds how to rinse it out and how to wash it. So have fun.
Yup. Check the Illmatic. Evil flows conduct static. Crazy ill fanatic. Sick psychosomatic like an addict. But I'm only addicted to them fat beats. You better take a seat before the lyrics and
Okay, here we are. It's the washout stage, and this is the easiest part of the tie-dye. You got your bag of tie-dye, crap. Yeah, not crap though. You take it out, basically unwrap it after your $10-15 in a cool place. Take it out on a wrapper, and then get the cold water running, and then kind of just flop it in there by the drain, and then just kind of let it rinse like that first, because then it just gets, how'd you get that? And then kind of just rinse each side off a little bit like that. And then you can take the rubber bands off. If it's easier, you can cut them off. I just pull them off. Then this is where I get in the bathtub. Really get in there and rinse it good. Basically, you want to rinse it till the water gets clear. But that's good enough. And then check it out. Bada bing, bada boom. I think that's my best one yet. And there's your tie-dye. And then, so then put it on in the washing machine. So after you rinse it out, put it in the washing machine on a cold load with just a little bit of dishwashing, or a little bit of laundry detergent, not a lot. And then wash it, and then put it in the dryer, and then you got a sweet tie-dye shirt. And then do some more.
If you real, we friends to the end like Chuck. And if not, you'll live if you're lucky. And if not, you'll live if you're lucky. So just hold your head and say, hold your head and say, grab a hold of your dread and say, oh my God, oh my God. Hold your head and say, hold your head and say, grab a hold of your dread and say, I'm not sure.